afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Worcester Centrum for the state championship Division I girls basketball game. WMCT-TV brings it all to you here at this beautiful afternoon in the city of Worcester. This afternoon, our Marlboro High School Panther girls, for the first time ever, will make an appearance in the state championship game, and they will take on the undefeated and powerful Haverhill Hillies with a record of 24 wins and no losses. My name is Rich Rowley. I'll be doing the play-by-play, and as usual, we'll have my color commentator, Jack Valley, and we'll have Josh and Chris Donlin working our camera. Point guard, Colleen Milliken. One of the quickest people around in the state of Massachusetts. Here's everything, Stacy Sullivan. She does it all. Reminds me of Michael Jordan of Marlboro. Here's Nikki Gadboy, probably one of the top defensive players in Central Mass. Here's Tammy Reynolds, and she'll fulfill Stacy's role next year. She is outstanding offensive and defensively. Here is probably the most improved of the year, Karen Tonona. And of course, coached by Peter Lepre, 22 wins and 2 losses for our Marlboro girls. And here's Haverhill, undefeated this year. Number 20, Amy Paulino, a 5'6" senior guard.
Number 21, Lisa Vico.
Lisa Vicos, a 5'4" senior guard. 5'10" forward, Kristen Rowe.
Senior 5'9" guard, number 31, Kate Abramovich.
And here's Kate Abramovich, number 31, 5'9" senior guard.
Number 32, Beth Godfrey.
Here's Beth Godfrey, number 32, 6'2" center. Coach, they've got three gals taller than Stacy Sullivan.
Well, Beth Godfrey isn't really a physical player. She's the kind of a gal that can be real up and down. She can either phone one in or be fairly tough inside. I think Karen will be able to body her a little bit, but they've got enough other big people, so they're all going to have to really hit the boards. It's going to make it very tough for them to release anybody down court off the defensive boards.
Well, Haverhill's got the advantage height-wise at every position except forward, which Katie Abramovich and Stacy Sullivan are only 1 inch apart. That's a break there. Every other position is clearly Haverhill. Haverhill plays that tough Eastern Mass schedule, but our ladies have played some pretty outstanding games themselves. Now, Tammy Reynolds is going to jump against Beth Godfrey. Tammy's looking up. I'm not sure if she's looking at the top of Godfrey's head to tap the ball, and Haverhill gets the tip. Swinging around to Vicos. Vicos, Abramovich, in and out. Knocked around. It's grabbed by Nikki. Nikki exerts herself right away. It looks like we got a man-to-man defense. We've got Amy Paulino all over Colleen Milliken. Stops, pivots. Out to Nikki, good head up fake, drives to the hoop, puts it up and gets fouled. Maybe that's one of the gimmicks out there. Oh, that was Stacy, Coach. Now look at me. You tell me that Stacy and Nikki from the back don't look alike. Look at the ponytails.
I think Stacy has a different perfume on. I can't tell from up here. But.
Okay, sports fans, I made mistake number 1 tonight, but at least it was a Marlboro gal going to the hoop. And Stacy puts the Panthers up 1-0. I guess we'll have to check out the numbers more closely next time. What a quality gal this is. And she misses, and it's grabbed quickly by Abramovich, and she loses it out of bounds.
Looks like they're running a 3-guard offense with a forward and a center. Haverhill does a lot of interesting things in their offense. That's one of them. But you got somebody like Kate Abramovich playing 5'9", playing guard. She creates a lot of post-ups.
If there's any doubt they're going to put some pressure on the Panthers. It's like they're going man-to-man. There's Stacy, drives middle, puts it up and in! Stacy with all 3 points for the Panthers so far. And it's stolen. Colleen comes from nowhere. steals it from the blind side, and she stepped out of bounds. Coach, the quickness.
Well, it's a big advantage when you got that kind of quickness. I think you might see a few blindside steals early, then you see the Haverhill gals looking around a little bit. That can be real effective. But the key is not to hold the ball once you get the steal. Have somebody come back and get it.
Ball into Godfrey. It's knocked out of her hands by Sullivan. And here she comes quickly up court. Drives down the left side, holds up, finds Tammy. 18-footer, no good. It's grabbed by Karen. And I think she was traveling, but nice rebound that time by Karen Tonona. The Panthers are exerting early today.
Hope we don't see a lot of those silly traveling calls. Sometimes you get games like this where all of a sudden the refs start calling everything from day one. You see traveling and you see palming it. I hope we don't see much of that today and they let the gals play. They deserve to. It's a real showcase game, obviously.
Polino by Gad Boys, but helped out by Tonona. Oh, nice crossover dribble, but again helped out by Tonona. Over to V Coast, finds Godfrey. She loses it. It's grabbed by the Panthers, and she's tied up. Going to be Panther ball. Jack, the gals are going right at them. They're holding nothing back today.
That's the kind of team they are. I think this is the kind of game they like to play. I mean, it's the last game. It's the last dance, you know, and they got nothing to lose. They're underdogs going into this game. They just want to go out and find out how good these guys really are.
No doubt, Haverhill is playing extremely tight right now. Nikki Gad Boys finds Colleen. Colleen taking her time. There's Nick. And that 30-second clock's running down. We're under 5 seconds. And the Panthers throw it away. It's going to be Haverhill ball.
Interesting matchups out there. There's some interesting matchups. We got Lisa Vikos, probably the quickest gal in Haverhill, guarding Stacy Sullivan. Kate Abramovich, who's a little more physical, guarding Tammy Reynolds. That should be interesting, especially the Sullivan matchup.
And passing to Godfrey, and she's bumped by Karen Tonona.
Foul on Karen Tonona, her first.
It's only the first foul of the game for either team. Both teams playing man-to-man. They like the Bobby Knight theory. Man-to-man defense and nothing else. Oh, long shot up by Abramovich, and it's grabbed by Tonona. To Milligan, quickly up the floor to Sullivan. She takes it to the hoop, stops up, and no good. A little bit too much mustard on that one. But the Panthers surprising everybody so far except us. We've seen them play all year. Oh, nice crossover move by Vikos, puts it up, and she is fouled. It's like Colleen might have to lay off her a little bit. She's trying to force her one way, but she's got that good low crossover dribble and just fakes one way, goes the other.
Yeah, she's going to have to let her go and get some help down low. I think this is also kind of a game where I don't know this is going to be the case, but you might see some more substitutions, even though it's a big game, because they just can't afford to get somebody in foul trouble. And if they just get somebody to bang around a little bit underneath, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nikki Tesmer in a couple minutes.
Vikos gets Haverhill's first point. Lisa Vikos, first point of the game. 3-1 Marlboro with 5:31 remaining. She doesn't get the second, but Tammy is there, and she's tied up by Godfrey. It's going to be Haverhill ball. Boxing out and bounding going to be all so important in this game, since they do have that height advantage. They look for Abramovich on the inbounds. They can't find her. Instead, they get it out to Kerry Timmons, who's in the game. Timmons over to Vikos. I think we have to look for Colleen to sag on her, Jack. Lay off her a little bit. Oh, what a shot by Abramovich. Doesn't hit. Godfrey gets the rebound. It's up, and again, another foul on Karen Tonona. Coach.
Foul on Karen Tonona, her second.
And in comes Nicole, and she's going to quickly replace Karen. Nicole Tesman's going to have her work cut out for her. Coach, we're going to have to box out Godfrey. She'll have a field day under that basket.
Yeah, if you get a good box on these people, you don't really have to be that tall, so she can be effective, and she's good at that kind of stuff. As we know from watching Scotty Pryor's kids, sometimes Marlboro can play real well with a short lineup.
Well, we're on the verge of a tie ball game, and nope, I jinxed it, but it's grabbed by Timmons, and no good, and tied up. Tammy Reynolds and Godfrey hustled in from the free throw line to get that. Marlboro leading 3-2 with 5:11. Looks like we're in for a defensive battle. Into Colleen, loses control, but quickly picks it up. She's being covered by Kerry Girton. They've already substituted the backcourt. Oh, good defense that time. Great denial. Abramovich ahead, and it's a foul on Nicole Tesma. Third Panther foul. Fourth Panther foul. Coach, it's going to be ultra important for the Panthers to maintain the ball handling because once they, obviously, Haverhill coach Kevin Wallfall. And Godfrey hits another one. Yeah. Obviously, Kevin Wallfall has told him if they stop that dribble just to deny because they have trouble working the ball around. Stacy misses. Tammy gets it into Nicole. Nicole puts it up and in! Nicole makes it 5-4 Marlboro with 4:27 remaining. Here's Abramovich being covered by Tammy. Finds Polino on the side. Polino lets go from 15. It's no good, and it's grabbed by Sully. Sully sees ahead, and there's Nicole Tesma. Drives up, and no! Nicole Gadboys, excuse me. Nicole Gadboys put just a little bit too much on that layup. Good idea by Sully. Got the rebound. One-woman transition, kick to the head, and I think nerves is playing a big role in the early part of the game.
Yeah, we haven't seen any press out of Haverhill yet. They're supposed to have a better press than Agawam's, which to me wasn't very quick. It was just real discipline. But Haverhill looks like they're into their offense a little bit more now, and they're a very deep team. They're subbing a lot, so that's going to make it tough.
Tammy kind of forces one, but it's grabbed by Nicole Tesma, no good. And here's Abramovich. She comes up, almost knocked out of her hands by Colleen. Gets over to Vikos. Vikos to Timmons. Back to Vikos. Oh, my word. She got it! Carrie Timmons with one from about 18 feet puts Haverhill up 6-5. 3:27 remain. Nicole Tesma. Oh, finds Sully, and it's stolen by Vikos. Puts it up, and we got a foul on Stacy Sullivan. That's going to be a 1-1. I don't think there's any doubt about the Haverhill strategy today. When the ball handler stops, deny everywhere.
They're doing a real good job of it. We don't want to find ourselves in a situation where you get somebody off the bench and you have them handling the ball going up court very long, because they tend to drag that back foot. You're going to see some walking calls, going to see some problems. So you really got to have people like Stacy and especially Colleen moving the ball up because they handle that deny pretty well.
And Vikos hits the first one. Her second point of the game. Misses a second, but they grab the rebound. Vikos tries to the hoop, and I think we got a foul on Colleen Milliken. And that's her second foul. Panthers have got to do a better job off the boards.
Colleen Milliken, her second. Vikos will be at the line to shoot 2.
And
Michelle Warrior.
entering the lineup is sophomore Michelle Poria. What a time for a sophomore to come in the state championship game and you're going to be guided by Vikos.
Well, you know, there's two schools of thought. One is if you play them all year long, then they're ready for a game like this. The other school says if you play them all year long, you don't get here. So you're darned if you do, darned if you don't.
Vikos 4 free throws has put Haverhill up 9-4. They've run off 5 points in a row. Now into Nicole Gadboys, back to Nicole Tesma. They are just putting outstanding pressure on the Panthers. Here's Tammy, and a pass down the sideline, and Michelle Poria couldn't hold on to it. Good idea by Tammy. Panthers going to pull on their version of the full court press. Here comes Vikos. Looks up, sees Timmons. Decides not to pass to it. Gets to Abramovich down the left sideline. Into Godfrey. She spins to the right and puts it up and in. 11-5 Panthers, and we've got a traveling. I think the coach needs a timeout here, Jack.
Wouldn't be a bad time for it, you know. You got to get them back in sync. It's not the kind of a team that can really play catch-up, especially in a situation like this. They don't have the ability to get a lot of quick points, and Haverhill's not going to give up a lot, so good timing by Peter.
Marlboro girls are the victim of a 7-0. Well, we're set to go. Resume play, and Vikos gets the ball from Abramovich, drives around Tesman. Nicole does a great job, though. Finds Abramovich, no good. It's grabbed by Godfrey again. Godfrey with point number 7. 13-5. Marlboro on the verge of getting blown out here. Stacy goes right through Haverhill. Anything they've put up, she's gone through. Nicole Tesman from the side hits it. Nicole with her second hoop, and she has definitely been an outstanding player this second part of the season, Jack.
She's really come a long way. She's like a Danny Hill kind of a player. So Abramovich hits for 2. They got to do a better job of keeping him out of the paint and sagging so much, getting him down so close. But otherwise, Bet Godfrey will kill him.
Sully brings it down, can't hit. Now Abramovich, tricky dribble, and too much tricky dribble. It's knocked away, picked up by no one. Here comes Michelle Poria. She ends up with it. Good hustle, Michelle. There's Nikki Gadboys. Looks around, gets over to Tez. Here's nice pass to Stacy, and can't quite hit it. Well, Panthers only down 15-7, Nolan, considering the nerves. I think they'll be all right. We've seen them come back too many times in the second half. So Abramovich around Reynolds, puts it up, and we got a foul on Tammy. Tammy's first. Can't give up that baseline. That was a nice move by Abramovich.
You know, you got to overplay him a little bit on the side of the baseline and make him go back into the flow where all the bigger people are. We're looking at Beth Godfrey with the afro she's got. She looks about as tall as John Thompson.
Panthers getting in foul trouble early here. 17 fouls already in the first period. Godfrey with 7 points is going to get a couple more free ones. And she clanks that one. Jack, I think once we see our gals get loosened up here, we'll see a more relaxed effort, I should say.
Well, they're at a distinct disadvantage now in the ability and not having their key ball handler in. You know, they've really got one ball handler, and that makes a big, big difference.
Tammy spins back to Tesma. Finds Gadboys. Fakes Sully, And Sully gets a knocked out of her hands that time. Vikos over to Abramovich. Panthers down 16-7 with 35 seconds remaining. Timmons, nice pass. Looks like she traveled that time. Well, Panthers got 27 seconds. A chance to cut this Haverhill lead of 9. Back into the game for the Hittleys is Carrie Timmons. And Abramovich goes out. Sullivan into Gadboys, back to Sullivan. Here she comes, right by everybody. A nice pass is picked off by Vikos. Timmons with the ball. We're under 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timmy is not going to get it. That's going to end the first period of play here from the Centrum in Worcester, Massachusetts. With the score, Haverhill 16, Marlboro 7. We'll be back getting to the second quarter, and thus far it's gone according to what the way the experts said it would. And that's the media. The media has made Haverhill an 8-point favorite in this game.
Wait a minute, Coach, we're the media.
And the ball is stolen by Vikos. Long shot by Abramovich. No good. Here comes Sully. Sully right around Vikos. Drives to the hoop, puts it up, and no good. They finally call a foul on Haverhill. Only the third one of the game for the Hilltoppers. Only Polino's first foul of the game. Sully with a chance to cut this 9-point Haverhill lead. The Smooth Junior with 3 points, and she hasn't scored for quite a while. And it's going to remain that way. Marlborough's back with their starting lineup of Tanona, Milliken, Sullivan, Gadboys, Zuppin, and Stacy Sullivan with her 4th point. Timmons finds Godfrey, and Godfrey is grabbed by Colleen Milliken. That's going to be her 3rd foul. And Michelle, and looks like Nikki Gadboys is going to come back into the game. And Colleen Milliken is going to take a seat. You know, when you play as hard as Colleen does, Jack, hustling and going after the ball, slapping, and sometimes you have games where they're not going to call everything. Other times they have games where they will call everything, and that Western Mass official down there, and once again, I'm not blaming the officials, has called 3 fouls on her.
Well, I think you're right. It's hard to believe, but I think Colleen Milliken will be 100% better next year, even than she is this year, because her instincts will be better, and she'll know when to do it and when not to do it. But if I were going to come up with a worst-case scenario, I couldn't think of one worse than Colleen with 3 fouls already on the bench, the only legitimate ball handler who's not a scorer. So they're going to have to suck it up and really show something here.
Godfrey hit 2, then Sully had the ball stolen, and it's 18-8. Abramovich, bang! It's 20-8. Panthers down by 12. Long way to go, though. 6:57 is Sully. Sully, without a doubt, is like Bill Curley of the last game. Kid who played for Duxbury last game. Sully has decided to take this whole show on her shoulders, and I think she's doing a good job so far.
Well, they're trying to penetrate, but it's a little tough. I'd like to see him swinging it around the perimeter a little more and get Tammy involved in it. Tammy hitting a couple of those outside shots might pull him out a little bit, open up the lane for some of Stacy's drives. Stacy's had to work for everything so far.
And Nicole Tesma, Panthers with 8 points. Nicole Tesma's got 4. Stacy Sullivan's got 4. And Haverhill has put the clamps on Tammy Reynolds so far, but I think we're going to see hustling gal start to come through. I think we had a violation on Haverhill that time, and Nicole's going to get another free try. Panthers have been outscored by a score by 12-1. It's been a while since they've got a basket, I think since the 4-minute mark of the first period, and Nicole takes advantage for her 5th point of the game. Here's Polino. Gets it to Timmons. Oh, nice pass to Godfrey. They cannot stop her. She's got 12 of the 22 Haverhill points. Sully to Tesma. Tesma brings it up. These Haverhill gals are aggressive. Look at them getting down in that defensive stance. Sully, tricky dribbles, puts it in. 6 points. Panthers down 11, 22-11, 6:10 remaining. Polino. Bounce pass to Abramovich, and they finally commit a turnover.
Yeah, so far I got to say, having seen virtually everybody in the world play basketball in Massachusetts, 2 best gals I've seen are Megan Sullivan of Walpole and Stacy Sullivan. But the thing I've noticed the most is Beth Godfrey has just really improved. She is no longer just a tall stick. She's aggressive. She's got some good inside moves. She's hitting the board, and she's, unfortunately for us, decided not to phone this game in.
Foul on Carrie Gurton.
We got a foul on Carrie Gurton of Haverhill. Her first foul, and it's going to be a 1-on-1 try for Sully. Well, there's a chance for the Panthers to get it under 10.
6 by halftime.
Yeah, if we get down 6, 7 points by the half, make some adjustments, they'll be back in the second half, as they usually are. And she dips. She shoots. Swish. 7 points, and Sully showing why she is one of the top players in the state of Massachusetts. Going to Assumption College, full scholarship. Coach, that should amount to well over $50,000.
Well, it couldn't happen to a nicer gal. One that's worked. No one's worked any harder on her game than Sully, and boy, she really deserves it. I'm sure she appreciates the opportunity to play for an organization like Assumption, and boy, do they need the players.
22-13, Haverhill. Polino with the ball. Over to Timmons. Back to Polino. She lets it go from 15, clanks it. And the ever-hustling Sully gets it, and here she comes. Being tagged by Timmons, finds Tammy. And Tammy did her best to save that one. I think she would have been a magician to keep that one in bounds, and she almost did.
Tammy's a terrific athlete. It never ceases to amaze me every year that I watch basketball how quickly the girls come along, how their balance comes along. And again, it's like a broken record with us, as you know, but playing those other sports has got to help their balance.
Well, you notice how talented her father was, Kenny Reynolds, Major League Baseball player, and the funny oh geez, a little elbow that time by Abramovich. She gets away with it. That's that same Western Mass official who calls the quick slap on Colleen Milligan, but she lets what's her name get away with that. Sully kind of forced it that time, but she's trying to do it all, no doubt, taking the brunt of it on her shoulders here. It's 24-13. Haverhill up by 11, 5 minutes remain. They find Abramovich. She drives on Tammy. No good defense, but there's Godfrey up, and Godfrey is fouled.
Foul on Tammy Reynolds, her second. Godfrey at the line for 2.
And Coach Peter Leprie's decided to take another timeout. And with this, we're going to take timeout from the Centrum with the score, Haverhill 24, Marlboro action. Coach looks like they've added some seats to the Centrum to look around. Supposedly the capacity is going to be in the area of 14,000. And tell you, someday maybe boys and girls programs will get to the point where we fill this Centrum with about 10,000 Marlboro people.
I'll tell you what, as you know, I'm a hoop junkie to the point where I even reloaded my hat to try to get a rally going. But I think it's a disgrace that they don't fill it. I mean, I can't believe why somebody wouldn't spend $6 and come down and watch the 6 best teams in the state or the 12 best teams in the state on a day like this. It's to me, this is what sports is all about. The biggest game any of these kids will ever play, the state championship.
Oh, Marlboro is definitely well represented today. We got a heck of a crowd. Got some boisterous people behind us rooting on them Marlboro Panthers. And now Tammy gets it over the time stripe. And we're going to have a foul on Abramovich. And that might be her second.
Foul on Abramovich, her first.
Oh, only her first of the game. But the 16th foul for Haverhill.
Back in the lineup now, replacing Carrie Timmons.
Tesmer at the line. Nicole's going to get a 1-on-1. Sinks the first one. 6 points. Coach Peter Leprie's going to be looking ahead to next year, Jack, after we look at what he's got coming back.
Well, you know, all the kids that he's got coming back are really testament to the way that he's developed kids and the fact that kids want to play for Peter Leprie. They like him. He's a good guy. He's a good coach and runs a class operation.
Vikos finds Abramovich. Here's Paulino. She lets a long one fly, and this rebound is grabbed by Nikki Gadboys. Gets it out to Sully. Goes around Vikos. Paulino finds Tammy, still scoreless, and she still is scoreless. Nice hustle, Nicole Tesma. Out to Sully. to save that ball. Tammy is being hounded all over the place by Abramovich. Obviously, Coach Kevin Wellfeld feels that Tammy, after watching her score 20-some-odd against Agawam, is one of the keys.
Well, it's a perfect matchup for him because Kate's a real strong gal. She's used to playing that physical Northern Mass style basketball. Beautiful drive-in hoop by Sully. And so it's going to make it tough for Tammy unless they get her some screens, move it around the outside quick, get a weak side, and get her to make a few of those outside shots, which we know she can do.
Well, the Panthers closer than they have been in the last 5-6 minutes. Only 24-16, 3.5 remaining. Haverhill setting some outstanding picks, using their motion offense. Running one-hander, V-coast, no good. Karen Tonona grabs it. Here comes Tammy. Quickly up the floor, top of the key, stops, and looks for Nikki Gadboys. Finds Sully. Head and shoulders fake into Tammy, and Tammy's knocked over by Abramovich. Coach, this is the first time this game we've seen some movement in the Marlboro offense. Couldn't come at a more opportune time.
Well, they got to do that because it's going to open up some cuts in the lane. It's going to enable them to kick it back out to some of their outside shooters like Nicole Tesmer and like Tammy Reynolds, who we got on the line right now. I was going to say that Tammy's my favorite, but the next girl that does something good is going to be my favorite too.
24-17 Haverhill. Panthers have cut the lead to 7. I'm sure Coach Peter Lepre is going to mention back doors. They are definitely overplaying. Just one pass, just like Princeton did against Georgetown. Tammy sinks 2. Princeton made shambles at a Georgetown half-court man-to-man yesterday, the NCAA men's regionals, and they were a 23-point underdog, and they almost pulled the upset. And the Panthers show that same patience. I'm sure we're going to see them get back into it. Godfrey from 15. And we got a foul on Nikki Gadboys. That was a good foul. She just stood there and...
Foul on Nikki Gadboys, her first. Teams over the...
Kristen Rowe in the game, tripped over her feet. I tell you, Kristen Rowe isn't exactly a pygmy herself. 5'10" off the bench, Jack.
No, our legs are a little bit bigger than mine, but we got to be very careful about saying anything that could be construed as uncomplimentary to the ladies. They all play hard and they're all good athletes.
Looks like Haverhill coach Steve Wellfeld plays about 9 or 10 people. He's had a slew of people in there today, and off the bench, Rowe hits 2. Make it 26-18 Haverhill. Sully to Gadboys, back to Sully. And so we got a little 2-2-1, but the Panthers go right through it. Marlboro, their bright orange away uniform. Stacy drives in the lane, finds Tammy. It's no good, but I believe it went off of Godfrey. It's going to be Marlboro ball. 2:28 remaining in the second period. And it's way out to Gadboys. To Sully, and Sully gets called for traveling.
Not a great travel call, you know. When they get to the point where they're here, you got to give them the same license the boys have, you know, and I really don't think they do. I very, very strongly disagree with the way they call a lot of those traveling calls.
26-18, 2:24, having trouble getting in. They finally do. Vicos being covered by the Nicoles. Now just Gadboys. Finds Abramovich. They're double teaming Godfrey. Back to Vicos. Up fakes. Over the side to Timmons. It's up, no good. Tammy with the rebound. And she brings it up court, holds it up, gets it to Sully. Panthers with another chance to cut it to 6. And we see Haverhill in a 2-3 zone this time down court. 150. Panthers within striking distance. Oh, nice pass to Karen, but grabbed by Tammy. It's up and in. Tammy, the right woman in the right place at the right time. A la her father, Kenny. Left hand, and the ball is stolen. Knocked out by the ever-hustling Nicole Gadbois. As we said last game, Nicole does a lot of things that go unnoticed, such as that right there. Even though Haverhill got the ball there, Vico spun and she was there to knock the ball away. It looks like they're going to slow it down a little bit. Timmons back to Vico. She lets it go from 20 and she hits it.
Oh, come on, Jerry.
And we got another turnover. Coach, what happened that time?
Well, they said it was a double dribble. They said they gave the sign with their hands indicating it was a double dribble. And I'll tell you what, if you watch the boys tonight, you watch Travis Best, he'll shake and bake till they buy a chicken, and they won't call anything on him.
Oh, what a pass to Godfrey, up and in. Abramovich. 14 points for the 6'2" center, but Sully takes it right back at him. Loses the ball though. A 30-20 Haverhill with 40 seconds left in the first half. Panthers have made a couple serious runs at the Hillies here, but the Hillies have responded with their own offensive run themselves. Polino drives, and we got a foul on Nikki Gadbois, her first foul of the game.
Foul on Nikki Gadbois, her second. Vicos will be at the line to shoot 2 for Haverhill.
Looks like Nicole Gadbois got an elbow that time. And back in the game is the sophomore guard, Michelle Poria. I've watched Michelle this year. She is she's going to give the Panthers some good bench strength next year.
I think Kim Boyle's going to give him some bench strength too. I wouldn't be surprised to see her get a little wood time because she's real quick, and they're going to have to put more pressure on the ball. Haverhill is real tough. They're running their offense real well. They've got to do something to disrupt it, and they got foul trouble.
Well, they're down 12 points, 32-20. Pass from Gadbois into Sully into Gadbois. Grabbed by Michelle Poria. What an aggressive play for a sophomore. Sully to Tammy from 18 and can't quite get it. Tammy wasn't set that time. She's got to relax just a bit. And I believe the ball went off Sully. I don't think they're going to call a foul on her. 13 seconds left. This is a big play. If they can hold it to 12, 14 points is a big, big deficit. Gadbois covering Polino. Now it's over to Timmons. To Vicos. Forces one up, and it's grabbed by Michelle Poria. And at the half, that's... I'm glad to see such outstanding media coverage. We got Nesson, we got us, we got WSR Road with Scott Sands and Pete McLeod, and just shows you how important of a game this is.
Well, I think it's terrific that we got that kind of coverage as we watch Beth Godfrey brick it up a little bit, and then they follow it up from inside. Looks like maybe a Marlboro rebound. No, we got a foul. I think it's a real tribute to the quality of basketball, the way they play in this state, and even though the MIA gets a little bit disjointed at times from scheduling games and not talking to the papers, the media is doing their job, and WMCT is right there with them.
Well, 32-20, Panthers forced a turnover out of Haverhill that time. Colleen back in the game. There's no doubt it's Akita. She stays in. Nicole lets it fly. No good. And it's grabbed up by Colleen. Karen Tonona also hustling out there. I think the key to this half is stopping Godfrey and getting more fluent offense and also doing a better job on the boards. And they get quickly out the ball to Polino. Covered by Sully. It's up. No good. But there's Timmons. But it's knocked out of her hands by Sully. And I believe we have a foul. That might be on Abramovich. And that might be her third. Nope, they call Polino. 2 people in the area. It's only her second foul. But Panthers going to get the ball again. Full court, man-to-man press being employed by the Hillies tonight. And I'll tell you, they're living up to all their expectations, Jack.
Well, they're playing the kind of press that I expected to see them play. But this is as I was doing a little filler for you earlier, Rich, I'm saying that this is a real experienced team. They've been here before, mostly the same gals, and every one of them has improved from what I've seen last year. I think Kate Abramovich looks like she's got some bad wheels and she's slowed down a little bit, but choose her shots real well. Here's Carlene from way outside, around the rim and out.
Just missed. Looked like that one was heading in. Lisa Vikos is all right. Here she is back in the game. Over to Polino. Panthers have had a couple of golden opportunities to get it down to 10 here. Looks like they're running that motion offense. Vikos to the hoop. No good. Up, and it's grabbed by Nicole Tesma. See Nicole get more confident with each trip up court. She stops. Running one-hander is no good. And it looks like there's a lid on the rim for the Panther girls. Colleen doing a job on Vikos, making it difficult. And that's what we missed in that first half, because Vikos just handled any type of pressure put on her by the Panthers. Well, no good. It's grabbed by Abramovich, and she's fouled by Colleen Milliken. Oh, my word. Just not a good day for Colleen today, foul-wise. That's number 4, and, Coach, I'd stay with her now.
Yeah, at this point, they've got to get back in the ball game. They haven't really shown any ability to disrupt Haverhill. Lisa Vikos is very poised, even though Colleen's putting a lot of pressure on her. The other gals are moving around, something the Marlboroughs are not doing on offense. She gets the ball to them effectively, and they're much too big inside to get in the second and third shots. So you got to go with Colleen now and tell her maybe to lay off a little bit defensively, but keep running the offense and keep looking for Sully.
Abramovich rims in. Haverhill giving them our Panthers all types of chances here. I'm sure we're going to see the gals come back, take advantage of it. 32-20 with 5:55 remaining. And Abramovich hits another one. That's only her 7th point of the game. It's Godfrey doing all the damage today, and his Colleen with same number of fouls is the number on her back, 4. Sully, nice up fake to the hoop, and just can't find the range today. I think, Jack, it's also Sully's not used to seeing the 6'10", 6'2", 5'10", 5'10" in there, and she's going to have to make an adjustment.
Yeah, unless you get cuts across the side of the lane, as Lisa Vikos just buries us with a real nice drive across the lane. You need cuts across the lane. You need a lot more motion from people underneath to kind of spread out the defense. But Haverhill's just stacking it in there, and there's just no way you're going to get much up with them, because with one up fake, you still got 2 people left behind you.
Well, with that, Marlborough is taking a timeout, and we're going to stay here during this.
Anything. It's going to make it tough, but I really believe next year she'll be an even better player, because, as I said before, her instincts will tell her when to go and when not. At least 2 of those fouls are probably times she never should have even moved.
Well, the Panthers get it in bounds. We got Vikos covering Sully. And that's been the matchup all this game. Vikos has not had much success in stopping Stacy today, and she can join the long list of ladies in Massachusetts have had the same problem. And we got a turnover, and Haverhill with the ball. 35-20. Colleen has got the layoff Vikos, and on the drive to the hoop, Stacy Sullivan commits a foul. Vikos had a little problem there toward the end of the first half, but she has bounced back. Coach, I think the bottom line is we saw Haverhill here a year ago at the same Centrum lose to Chicopee Comprehensive in the state championship game. You look at the Haverhill lineup, it's exclusively seniors. We look at the Marlborough lineup, and I'm not trying to make excuses for our Panthers, but we have 6 underclassmen out of the first 7 players. And the senior team definitely, in 99 out of 100 cases, has the advantage. And I think if we see the Marlborough Panthers stay free of injuries, etc., we may see them in the same position in this game next year.
I think you're right again, Rich. That it makes a big difference. And you got to remember too that when Haverhill lost last year, they were leading until Tracy Seymour, the tremendous player from Chicopee Comp, just took the game over, and they had 6-foot Kathy Sterner playing for them too. So I got to say that I think my all-time 2 favorite players were probably Tracy Seymour and Kim Foley from Peabody, who's now an academic All-America at St. Joe's down in and had 35 the other night down in Philadelphia.
Tammy at the line for 2. Can't find a range on the first one. She'll get another. Got it! Nice shot by Tam. And we got 36-21. Panthers starting to put more pressure, and oh my word, Abramovich right through everybody. Stops, pops, no good. Falls her own rebound. I don't believe they didn't call over the back that time.
Yeah, Sully reached around and glared at her and threw her arm around. She felt a little bit more than the pressure there, but refs have been kind of inconsistent. It shouldn't be tougher to ref a girls' game because everything unfolds about half a step slower as Lisa Vikos goes in and out and they fight for the rebound up and in.
Godfrey gets the rebounds now, 38-21 Haverhill. Sully ahead to Nikki. Nikki stops, pops, and it's no good. It's grabbed by Rowe. Kristen Rowe. Abramovich out to Vikos. Colleen's got to be careful. And they finally call Abramovich. They call Rowe with an elbow foul. Just threw an elbow at Stacy Sullivan. You like those tough gals, though.
Yeah, especially when they come at you in waves. I got to say that I thought Kate Abramovich would be an even better player than we've seen today, but they've just got a lot of quality players. They play a real disciplined type of ball. They do adjustments. They do a lot of different kinds of defense. They're quick enough to play some kind of press, although they're not extra quick. That's just a real quality outfit.
Well, that last time down court, Vikos knocked away Sully's pass, but Colleen picked it up. Sully's shot is up, no good. And it's going to be Haverhill ball. Haverhill showing why they are the class of Eastern Mass basketball, and if they keep going the way they are now, why they are the class of Massachusetts Division I basketball. But our Panther girls had one outstanding year. This is the furthest a boys or girls team has ever advanced in the sport of basketball, and they've got nothing to be ashamed of. And with an underclassmen team, we may see them coming back next year. Godfrey rebound up, no good, gets her own rebound, and she's grabbed by Stacy Sullivan. Stacy is doing a great job, and she's in one of those situations. She wants to win so badly that she's trying too hard.
Yeah, she's trying to do it all herself. She's a wonderful competitor, and I think I'd have to add her to the Kim Foleys and the Tracy Seymours in terms of my favorite all-time gal players. And you're right, Rich. You can't do it all by yourself. You got to get in situations where you can use your abilities, and the rest of the time you got to just wait it out.
And Godfrey gets a rebound, and the inbounds pass is stolen by Timmons, and Timmons misses the bunny. 40-21 Haverhill. Stacy stops, pops, gets it! Knocks Abramovich right over on her rear end. Oh, that's Godfrey. That's her third foul. Yeah, Panthers definitely need a run here coming toward the end of the third period. 2:50 remaining. They haven't put the 2 points up for Stacy yet. There it goes. 40-23. Haverhill by 17 with 2:50. Stacy was up the court in a flash that time. Before Abramovich could react, the ball was out of her hand. Sully up, gets it. Stacy with 14 points is Polino. And it's knocked out by Colleen, but picked up by Vikos. Vikos drives to left, finds Timmons, and moving the ball with velocity. Vikos right around Colleen, up and in. Colleen, because of 4 fouls, just not being allowed to play that tough D. That's too bad.
Boy, I don't think that the Haverhill gals aren't clearing out and letting Lisa Vikos go right at her either. They're doing a great job.
And Stacy comes back with her 5th point in 20 seconds, and it's 42-26. 2:11 remaining. Oh, nice pass. Polino into Timmons. Timmons decides to leave for Haverhill before the rest of the team that time. And she's called for a travel. And Vikos goes out, gets a nice hand. Back in the game is Kerry Girton. Colleen with the ball into Sully. Sully tricky dribbles into the key. Up. Oh, that would have been a big one, Jack.
Really needed that bucket, but I'll tell you, she's just virtually impossible to stop. Haverhill's done a real good job on her, made her take some off-balance shots, and some of them probably shot selection she would not normally make, but she feels like somebody's got to get these guys ignited, and she's trying to do it. What I think would ignite them more is if they moved around more underneath.
42-26, 1:44 remaining, third period at the Centrum. Now with a capacity, they tell us, Jack, of, what was it, 14,000. And Sully sticks the first one. She scored 6 points in the last 45 seconds. Just shows the explosive power she has.
I'm just excited watching Stacy play every time she gets the ball. She has such good instincts, and Stacy's the kind of gal that plays a lot of hoop in the off season, and I can't emphasize enough to the kids that are watching, the boys and the girls that are watching, that's the price you got to pay to make those effortless moves, because they aren't effortless to start with.
Jack, there's also no doubt why she is the 3-time defending Central Mass Intermediate Hurdle Champion, and she also holds the record for that event. So we're dealing with an abundance of athletic power there. Abramovich forces one. Marlboro grabs it. Now with a chance to get it to 12. Colleen keeps going, stops, finds Stacy. 1:13 remaining. It's over to Nikki Gadboys. Finds Stace, nice up fake, running one-hander is no good. But it's grabbed by, she gets her own rebound. No foul, but there's Tammy, no! Grabbed by Tesmer, and she is fouled. That, without a doubt, is the best offensive output by the Panthers this game. They had 4 chances.
Tammy, in her own way, in her own quiet-seeming way, has really turned the dial up a little bit. She got a little whack earlier, and she's really been playing in Abramovich's shirt. And she's aggressive underneath, and she's the kind of gal that has to play with a little fire to really bring out the best in her. She's a heck of a ball player.
As we've mentioned many times before, we feel Tammy's going to be the one who's going to have to take over for Stacy as the leader of this team. But I'll tell you, the way Colleen Millick and Nicole Tesmer can stick them, and we got Michelle Poirier coming off the bench, and Nikki Gadboys is a senior. I'm sure we're going to see more offensive output from her to accompany her outstanding defense. And then you got the other kids on the bench: Kim Boyle, Jenny Hurd, that crew down, Janie Carter, the sophomore on the JV team, Colleen Zalembo. I mean, there's just so many coming up, and I think we'll see a more balanced team. It almost seems like there's it's the Stacy and Tammy show with everybody chipping in. Next year it might be the Tammy show, but Tammy, I think, is going to get quite a bit of help.
She's going to have to get a lot of help too, because Stacy gives you an instant offense. She gives you that little mercurial ability to just ignite things, make something happen out of nothing. They don't have anybody like that next year, so they're going to have to really be a good perimeter club. They're going to have to do a lot of fundamental things, and they're in great hands with Peter Leppery.
Well, Tesma hit 2 free throws a short time ago to cut the Haverhill lead to 12, but Abramovich comes back with 2 free throws to get it back up to 14. Coach, if we can get within 12 or 10 points here, we'll be within striking distance. And Panthers are so explosive, and if we see the Hillies get a bit fatigued, I still think we could make a run at them.
I don't think they're going to get fatigued, Coach. They've been probably playing 10 or 11 people. They're a real deep bench. They're pros. Fatigue, I don't think, is going to be a factor for them. Might be for us.
Pass into Tammy. Can't find the range that time. Vikos brings it up. Bothered by Colleen. Colleen holding her hands tight. Doesn't want to get called for that 5th foul. Well, though, one of the keys for Haverhill today has been getting her in free throw trouble. And we're rounding down to 10 seconds. Vikos lets it fly, and no good, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the Panthers are going to get one more shot at it. 5 seconds remaining. Haverhill 44, Marlboro 30. They're definitely going to look to get it to Sully. They do. 5, 4, 3, 2. She lets it fly and goes over the backboard, but good attempt at the buzzer by the senior co-captain. And that's going to end the third period of play here in Worcester, Mass. So with the score, Haverhill 44, Marlboro 30. They have just got it all.
There's not too much you can do. We were talking while we were off the air, is that good teams take you out of your game plan. It's not so much a case of Marlboro making mistakes. It's a case of these guys have got more good players, and they don't have a Stacy Sullivan. Even Kate Abramovich isn't a Stacy Sullivan, but one person can't do it. They just took us out of our game plan because they did their stuff better than we did our stuff.
Oh, here's the Panthers' last chance. Finally, minutes, spin move by Colleen, and turns the ball over. And Haverhill's going to put in bounds. Here comes Kalani. Oh my word, a long bomb by Timmons. It's grabbed by nobody. Picked up by Tammy. I believe she's fouled. And that could be Abramovich, and if it is, that's her fourth foul. It definitely is. That's her fourth. That could be key, Coach. I'd love to see her sit down.
Yeah, she's really a pivotal player. She's involved in the offense so much. She's great underneath. She has great instincts when she gets the ball in the paint on how to get rid of it or how to shoot it. She's a really finished ball player.
Well, they do take her out of the game. Coach Kevin Wellfeld. And now his maybe a chance for our young Panthers here to make a last-ditch effort. Tammy! How many times we've seen Tammy on the floor diving after a loose ball, getting knocked to the floor after a rebound. But she bounces right back up. And Rowe with the rebound on Tammy's miss, and 13-point deficit for the Panthers. Vico's taking her time bringing it up. I think we have to see the Panthers resort to some full-court pressure defense here very soon. There's Polani. Finds Gottfried. Bang! Oh, it's 15-footer for the 6'2" star.
Yeah, she didn't have that shot last year either. She's made herself into a heck of a good basketball player. She was okay last year, but she's a lot more physical now. She looks like her legs are a little stronger, and she's got much better inside moves than she ever had before.
And I like to see Nicole Gadbois take that 12-footer over there. She's capable of hitting that. I mean, she has shown that many times during the year. Seems like she might have lost a little bit of confidence in that shot, but I don't know if I was the coach, I'd say, fire that up, Nick, when I had to go downstairs. I asked Chris, and he said, no, actually, he said he did an outstanding job, as usual. You always, I'll tell you, Coach, you ought to work for the city. You've bailed me out so many times this season. Maybe we can do something to bail our Marlboro girls out, but I still feel they're a year away. And a year from now, when Tammy and Colleen and Nikki and the two Nicks, Gadbois and Tesma are all seniors, and we get Kristen Taylor back, and of course we can't forget Karen Tonona. That's going to be a senior crew, and I think we're going to see some serious damage done then.
Yeah, you know, it's just, as we talked, they drilled another one from the outside. I'll tell you, they put more spikes in Marlboro than Dracula. It's unbelievable, the way that these guys are hitting the outside shot as well as the driving shots.
Well, you got to give Haverhill credit, and just as we've given our Marlboro Panther girls credit for all their successes this year, no doubt Haverhill's has had this game to point for. They've had to think that loss in the state finals for a whole year. And as you said, they had Chicopee Comp on the ropes a year ago, and that's right, had them by 15 points in the first half, and I'm sure that was tough to live with all spring and summer and fall, and no doubt they pointed for this one, and they've destroyed everybody who's been in their path.
I talked to Kevin Wilfill over at the Agawam game, and I asked him if they'd played anybody tough, and he said everybody they played he thought was tough. He respects his opponents. kids are well prepared. It's really a class organization, and I think it reflects well on the folks up in Haverhill, and just as the Marlboro gals have made us proud so many times and will continue to do so. I should also add that when we do girls basketball, it's not as an afterthought to boys. It's every bit as much fun to do. The gals play just as hard, and boy, you want to get down and watch some of these games. These gals are really a credit.
A nice pass into Sully, up fakes, puts it up, and in and out. It's grabbed by Rowe. Looks like Kim Boyle's going to come into the game, the Marlboro freshman. Definitely, as much as we need offense, we're going to need some defense, and she is quick. No doubt about it. Quickness is Kim's outstanding trait. And up again. 3 shots taken. Definitely the height advantage of Haverhill has played havoc for Marlboro today. This Gadboy's the Milliken. Tesma, nice pass into Sully, and she's fouled by Gottfried.
One thing that the girls generally don't do, if I could point to one difference between ladies and men's basketball, is everybody tends to get right underneath the hole when they're rebounding. They don't box out very much. They don't do anything like that. So it's pretty much a case of who can get their arms up the highest. And in a case like this, with all the tall gals for Haverhill, they're going to get the majority of the rebounds. Whereas if they boxed a little bit, it would take away that advantage. You get a lot more over the back calls.
Kimmy replaces Nicole Tesmer, and we can't say enough about the job she has done in this last 2.5 weeks. And she started to come in the district quarterfinal, or the district semifinal game against Holy Name, and just has not had a bad game since. And without a doubt, we've seen her confidence just develop more and more with each game. And I just think these Panther girls are going to be 3 times as tough next year as they are right now. A game like this has to, as we mentioned, has to do nothing but positive things for you. And Nicole Tesman is going to come back into the game eventually. Stacy Sullivan hits 2 to add to her all-time career total. And nice defense by the Panthers that time. We got Kim Boyle on Vikos. There's Polani. Look at the way they swing that ball. Tammy lets Barnovich go baseline. This time, though, she stops her and gets the rebound. Here comes Sully. Sully ahead to Nikki. Gadboys back to Sul. Come on, Nick, take it, kid. Take it. Sully, 3-pointer. Bang! And just like that, it's 49-36. And here comes the Panther pressure. They get it up to Rowe. Rowe decides to slow it down. We've seen 3 or 4 spurts during the game, and Coach Steve Welfels doesn't like what he sees out on the court. And we're going to stay here during this timeout. 4:03 remaining in the game. Haverhill 49, Marlboro 36. And sometimes, Jack, a play such as a 3-pointer or a slam dunk, I think we'll more tend to see the 3-pointer in this game than will the slam dunk and get your team ignited. And Stacy definitely is the person who can do that, and it looks like she's done it again.
Well, they're playing them pretty even right now, Coach. And I think what happened was that first they started out with the first 3 points, and then Haverhill came back with that monster run, and that just broke their. And then that coupled with a lot of tough fouls in the middle of that run, they get their continuity going. Haverhill got their poise, and they're never able to recover from that. But since the start of the second half, they've played them even, and they played them pretty tough. But it's just really tough to come back when you're dancing the last dance at the big dance.
The Haverhill seniors with a 49-36 lead. Our Marlboro gals have not one thing to be ashamed of, not one thing. They have surprised everybody with their output this year. Probably, maybe everybody except themselves. I really feel they felt they had the opportunity to get here. And Sully talking in the beginning of the year, she don't want to come out and say it because she's afraid to put pressure on the team, but she felt they had the ability to do it. And the Panthers come up. We're seeing the Panthers put a little more pressure. I wish we had seen this before, but being a younger team, sometimes it takes a while. Kimmy Boyle down to Sully. Bounce pass, Tammy, bang! 49-38. Don't go make any sandwiches yet, sports fans, because our Panthers are coming back.
We need another quarter, I think, but I love watching Nicole Tesmer play. It's a very loose group of gals. She's got to be the leader of the loose, too. I say this affectionately, but she's playing with a port slide out.
And we got a foul on Stacy Sullivan. I think she might have fouled out with that one. That's either 4 or 5. I hope it's only 4. Oh, thank the Lord, it's only 4. Panthers almost had a steal on that play and just missed it. Abramovich doesn't seem like the type of girl who's going to clang too many shots there. And Nikki Gadboy's back in for Kim Boyle. And, Coach, we see Kristen Taylor sitting at the end of the bench down there. Kristen was a starting center last year, and I think between her and Karen and Tammy, Nicole Gadboys in that front court, that's going to be quite a quartet next year. And she misses a second one. Panthers with a chance to get to 10. Well, we got a lifetime, 3:07 remaining. Tammy up to Sully. They shut her off, double team her, back out to Nicole. Come on, Nick, fire that up, kid. Fire it up, fire it. Coach, we are homers. Get in, Sal. Oh, no good. And nice rebound that time by Nicole Tesma. Reminds me of Jay Jansen of the boys team. How Jay has a nose for the ball seems to be where it is. Nicole's the same way for the Panthers.
Yeah, she's her own worst critic, too. She's very hard on herself. She steals the ball again as I stutter myself into oblivion. Boy, what a hustler she is.
Nicole Tesma. Her and Colleen Milliken, well, without a doubt, if they weren't basketball players, I think they'd be excellent thieves. They pick your pockets so much out there. They sneak up on you, and before you know it, they take the ball from you. So I gotta be careful here, Coach. I'm knocking Josh to the side. We're starting to get excited. I'm sure Josh will excuse us for this late game excitement. And Nicole cuts it to 11. 2:45 remaining, Coach. A few steals. We're right back into it. And Panthers finally have come alive. 50-39. Tez with a second one. It's nothing but net. 50-40. Here comes Rowe. Excuse me, that's Polani. Being bothered everywhere. Double teamed. Swings it out. Oh, Vikos almost loses it. They get it to Abramovich, the senior captain. 10 seconds. 5-second call. The Panthers are going to get it back. So you know, Coach, if you're closely guarded, and that means if the defender's within 5 feet of you playing you, you cannot dribble it more than 5 seconds. You can hold it for 5, dribble it for 5, hold it again for 4, excuse me, but not 5. Colleen over to Sully. Oh, well, I don't know who got that break, but somebody threw a ball down on the floor. I'm not sure where it came from. Looks like it came from the Haverhill side. And there's Sully. Sully, nice pass into Tammy. Can't hold on to it. Oh, just over her hands. Good idea by Stacy Sullivan. Just over the hands of Tammy, and she ends up fouling Rowe.
For those of you who are watching the game and wonder why it seems to have changed complexion, what's happened, at least from our vantage point, is that Marlborough has started to figure Haverhill out. Haverhill's still got a lot, too many players are tall, but they're playing them just about flat even right now. And I think if they were to play them again in a couple days, it might be an even closer game. They might even have a shot at them. They've made some real good adjustments, even with the foul trouble they've been plagued with.
Right, Godfrey can't hit, but there's Tesma to get the ball. She's double teamed in the corner. Gets it over to Sully, and here comes Sully. She's going to have a 3-on-2. Goes to the foul line, stops, brings it out. Here's Colleen baseline, fakes, bang! Colleen Milliken is 50-42. Panthers coming back. Double team put on Rowe. Now the Timmons, come on, gotta come out playing, Nick. Gotta play her. Boys all over Vikos. They're going to try a double team, and it's down into the corner to Timmons. They're swinging it around. 1:30 remaining. And just as always, the Panthers come with a fourth quarter surge. The shot clock is now down to 5 seconds. They're going to have to fire it. Rowe lets it go and throws an air ball. And it's off. The ball is off of Timmons. The Panthers down 8. No, not yet, Coach. No threes yet. Plenty of time left. Let's just get a basket. Oh, no. Bad pass by Nicole Tesma. Ivanovich puts it up and in. No, that was costly, no doubt about it. But good idea by Nicole. Had a heck of a game today. Fire it, Colleen. Fakes to the and she's blocked by Rowe. And that could be the end. We're under a minute now. Rowe to the hoop, up no good. It's grabbed by Abramovich. Couple bad breaks for the Panthers.
Yeah, really pivotal. You can't hang the game on one person or on one play. That's certainly not fair, and it's certainly not accurate. But it would have helped a lot if she had somebody else open to pass to. But basically Haverhill has been too tough for him. But boy, they've come back with great fashion.
Oh, you're right, Jack. We can do nothing but credit the Panthers. Not once did they throw the towel, and they were down by 18 points not too long ago. And Abramovich gets the lead back up to 11. 53-42 Haverhill, 52 seconds remaining. And gets the second one. Stacy into Colleen. Gonna start firing some threes up now. No one can do it better than Colleen. Michelle Poria off the rim, no good. Picked up by Rowe. Rowe to Abramovich. It's knocked away by the hustling Sully. Well, the one positive thing we can say is that the Panthers have not given up. I guess also the fact that win or lose, nobody plays any more games after today.
Well, I guess I can be forgiven for saying this because I am a homer, but Kate Abramovich is just a hell of a player. But I think if she was going to play Stacey Sullivan one-on-one, Stacey Sullivan would own her house and her car.
No doubt about it. Haverhill has taken a timeout. 33 seconds remaining. Panthers trailing by 12, 54-42. And came down to what I consider a case of inexperience. The ball just didn't roll our way. One pass just over the fingertips, and another pass just gets deflected away, and that's just been the story today for the Panthers. But considering all the things that have happened to them, here they are. They were down 8 points just 30 seconds ago, and I just think I can hardly wait till next year, Jack.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to being able to do some more games next year, and especially doing the girls. I really enjoy doing the gals, probably as much or more as I do the boys, because everything unfolds so beautifully in front of you. They're so coachable. You never see any temper tantrums, any problems. They're just great competitors.
Vico's putting on a little dribbling show out there, and Sully almost steals it. And Haverhill is going to win the state Division I girls championship here today at the Centrum, and our Panthers are going to finish number 2, and that is not bad at all. Our girls have played their hearts out, and they almost did it, just missed. And I think that's going to just make them work a little harder in the spring and in the summer. Here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's all over! The Haverhill Hillies have won the Girls State Division I High School Championship today here at the Centrum by a score of 54-42 over our Marlboro Panthers. And we see Colleen Milliken. There's no doubt that her heart's a lot stronger today because she just played her heart out.
She always does. She's really the key. I think if Colleen had not gotten in early foul trouble, we would have seen maybe 6 or 8 points difference in the final score, because it took the Panthers a while to figure out Haverhill. But when you play a team that's that tough, even if you figure them out, there's only so many things you can do, and they did a heck of a job.
As we mentioned, our girls have not one thing to be ashamed of. What a great effort by
to Marlboro High School.
You start with senior Stacy Sullivan, as now the Panthers are receiving, shaking hands with the Haverhill Hillies, and in the process of receiving their runner-up plaque and certificates for being a state finalist here at the Centrum.
Runner-up Division I girls, Marlboro High School.
And now here's the official presentation, and the fans give the Panthers a nice hand. They did a great job today.
And to the girls Division I champions, Mr. Mike Kane, chairman of the state committee, Haverhill High School.
And now Haverhill High School receives their plaque for being the state champions, 54-42 over Marlboro. Jack, as we go down the line, I thought Stacy Sullivan did an outstanding job from day one of taking this team and carrying them to the state championship. There's no doubt she had a lot of help, but it's always the seniors that do it for you, and she has been a leader. She's been a role model. She's been an example in school, out of school, and I think her attitude was largely responsible for the great year that our Panthers had here, a record of, what was it, 24-3? Maybe they won 4 games. And as we look at the rest of the lineup, Tammy Reynolds, Nikki Gadboys, and Colleen Milliken, Karen Tanona, we got Nicole Tesmer, we got Kimmy Boyle coming off the bench, and who did I miss? Michelle Poria, and Vicky Lott, who's a senior right now. She chipped in, and Paula Mules, another one, a junior. And like I said, we've got 8 out of 10 of those girls coming back next year, and I know they're not hanging their heads. They know they played a great game. They had a super year, and I think probably starting Monday, we're going to see the girls go out there and do their spring sports. Most of them involved in some type of sport at the high school. Practice their hoop, do some basketball over the summer, maybe win another state championship in girls soccer. They've got most of that team coming back, and then 1 year from now, I have a feeling we might see them here at the Centrum.
Well, I think probably all of the gals will get a chance to watch the tape, and I just like to say on behalf of me, and I'm sure you too, Rich, that I feel honored to have a chance to broadcast a state championship with such a fine group of young ladies. I mean, they absolutely are quality, and one thing that I really love to see at the end of every girls game is that one team claps for the other team. You don't see it with the boys game, but you see it with the gals.
For the 1988-89 season at the Centrum, and for a team to end up at the Centrum, without a doubt, it's the ultimate, as we're now watching as the boys state Division I. Shows you how exciting basketball can be. I am definitely looking forward to next year.
Well, Peter Lepre is the kind of guy that the gals just like to play for. I'm sure there are times during the year when they're running those wind sprints that they hate him, but inside they love him, and they still love him now, and they probably feel worse for letting him down. But believe me, gals, you didn't let him down. You did a heck of a job, and I agree with you, Rich. I can't wait for next year either. I think it's going to be a banner year for the Panthers.
There's no doubt that the ladies have had one outstanding year, and we just can't wait till basketball season 1989-90. Jack, I'd like to thank you for working with me this year. It's the first year that we both did it on WMCT-TV. I'd like to thank Josh and Chris, and of course Paula Wade. Well, the three of them brought you outstanding coverage from the video portion of the broadcast. And Jack, it's been a great pleasure, and I think you and I, as the Marlboro girls, improved as the year went on, and one never knows what's going to happen between now and next year. But if neither one of us are coaching varsity basketball teams next year, then I hope to see you back here. Your analyzation of different plays has been very helpful, and I'd like to congratulate you for a great year.
Well, thanks, Coach. I appreciate it, and I appreciate WMCT giving me the opportunity to do this. I'm actually nothing more than every other fan that's out there. I'm a hoop junkie that loves to watch sports. I've got opinions, you've got opinions, and we share them with the folks, and hopefully they're considered additive and reflect profitably on what I think is a really great organization, Marlboro basketball.
Well, folks, you've seen it all here. The Haverhill High School, the Hillies win the state championship Division I girls basketball game over Marlboro Panthers by a score of 54-42.